And we begin in Oakland, where community members and city leaders are firing back after President Trump suggested he might send in federal forces over false claims of rising crime. The president is also calling out local leaders in Washington, D.C. That's where we spotted National Guard members arriving today after the president announced he would deploy the Guard and federal law enforcement to fight crime. D.C. has also seen a drop in crime in recent years. Our John Ramos spoke to Oakland Mayor Barbara Lee, who says there's another reason why these cities are being singled out.
It's not lost on people here in Oakland that the president's remarks should focus on cities with large African American populations. So we thought we would talk to people who are frequently in the discussion about the intersection of race and crime in the city. Oakland has a population of less than 500,000 people, but it has many of the same problems as larger urban cities. And in his remarks about sending the National Guard to police Washington, D.C., the president made sure to include Oakland in his criticism.
We have other cities that are very bad. New York has a problem. And then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention that anymore. They're so far gone. It's getting worse. Not getting better, it's getting worse.
But Oakland Mayor Barbara Lee was quick to point out a flaw in the president's data points.
He's not telling the truth again. When you look at the cities that he has called out, they're cities where the crime rate's going down. His dog whistles are very clear because these are cities that have black mayors. For instance, Oakland's overall crime rate has dropped 28% in the first 6 months of 2025 compared to last year.
Oakland has indeed had a crime problem over the years, much of it real, but some of it a lingering perception. Crime is down significantly across the board now, but the local branch of the NAACP makes no apologies about last year using the crime rate as an argument to recall then DA Pamela Price.
At that time, John, the crime was out of control, and you know that. The crime was definitely out of control. What Donald Trump is trying to do is not what the NAACP was doing. We used that to help our city, and it helped our city. Whether some people like it or not, it helped Oakland. But what he's doing is not helping.
They then read a statement from the national NAACP president Derek Johnson about the decision to send troops to fight crime in Washington.
Deploying the National Guard in this way is not only disgraceful to our troops, but it's a waste of taxpayer dollars and is built on a lie. We all ought to be concerned about what this means for African Americans. They're getting close. You know, it was the Latinos and brown skin, then it was the Venezuelans and the Haitians, and now it's going to be every brown person. So every brown person in America should be concerned.
Kat Brooks is known for standing up to authority as the founder of the Anti-Police Terror Project. She thinks the president is purposely involving Oakland because of its history of protest and activism.
If he can punch Oakland in the mouth, if he can get Oakland to stand down, that sets tone and tenor for the rest of the country. Unfortunately, for the president, he clearly doesn't know Oakland.
What do you think Oakland's reaction will be?
I think we'll be in the streets. I mean, I don't even think it'll be organized. I think there will be an organic response and people will be in the streets and you will see a variety of tactics and a diversity of tactics and it'll be on.
But some think that may play into the Trump administration's hands, giving a good excuse to send troops in to quell the unrest.
So is the alternative we just let the National Guard and the military come in here and he implements a curfew and lose all our rights, but we just chill out because it won't be as bad? That will be an option for some people, right? We all have different roles to play in this moment. That's not an option for me.
John Burris prefers to use the law as his weapon. The civil rights attorney has been fighting racial profiling in police abuse cases for decades. He thinks the National Guard will be ill-trained to deal with the nuances of policing a city.
We may not like the color of the style of their hair, the way they wear their pants, the way they walk. Any kind of form that's racial stereotyping could wind up being a basis for people being stopped, detained, and ultimately arrested. It is a potential hellhole that could result here, and I'm very much afraid and scared for our community.
Many people in Oakland's black community are concerned that when talking about crime, the president tends to paint with a broad brush, and it usually involves a darker color.